Welcome to another episode of 25 and 25. I am your host, Charlie Watson, or also known as Laredo. And today with us, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Justin, Regs 84, Reguly. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, we're excited, and I can already tell from the monotone voice, you are super fucking pumped. Okay, so
I could be the most pumped guy in the world, and
100, and not even show it.
Sound.
Yeah, not even show it. There's literally stoic. You are very stoic. So either way, very excited. I know your community obviously knows you very well, and obviously people that follow the competitive esports NHL landscape obviously knows you very well. This is all about, getting new people to find out more about you and what you're all about, and hopefully we get to unlock a little bit of the mystery of the man known as Regs. So we're gonna start the gauntlet here. So we're gonna try to do 25 questions in 25 minutes. To start off, number one, Justin, your favorite video game of all time.
Favorite video game of all time, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Would come home from school when I was 13 years old and just play with my friends for hours on end.
So now, is there a certain mode that you were into? Like, were you S&D or capture the flag, or what were you?
I would like Demolition as a core mode, but I started playing League play at a really young age. Just anything competitive, really.
Do you remember like a specific, like, were you SMG? Were you assault rifles? Like, what was kind of like your? Do you remember the gun?
I could sort of run both, but I sort of like running the M8 and just sort of holding the spawns for the team and, trying to set the team up best as possible.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed Call of Duty. I know I've seen some tweets about you with Call of Duty and like complaining that there wasn't like ranked and like new things. And so it's really interesting to see that you're actually saying Call of Duty, but definitely one of the best games of all time for sure. So good call on that. So second question, what is Justin's best sandwich?
I'm a very picky eater, so I don't go too outside the box with any kinds of foods. So I'm gonna keep it simple, the classic peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I don't think you could go wrong with that combination.
Okay, and obviously famous peanut butter and jelly, or peanut butter and jam even, if you will, but is there a specific peanut butter and a specific jam or jelly that you do?
I always go with the Kraft peanut butter, the creamy peanut butter.
Can't go wrong.
And then for jam or jelly, I'll usually do strawberry or blueberry.
Do you know the brand?
Smuckers.
Smuckers for sure.
It's always Smuckers.
Gotta do Smuckers here in Canada. So number three, what's one thing that you own that you really should throw out?
One thing I own that I really should throw out. What's something useless that I have in this house? That's a good question. I'd probably have to go with
NHL 23.
As much as I would like to say that, I don't know, probably a pair of shoes or something. I got like 24 pairs of shoes, and like some have been worn once and haven't been worn again.
So do you have like an old pair from like grade school or even high school? Like, is there something that just like that's one that should probably like bite the dust?
Yeah, I have a couple pairs from like grade 9, grade 10 that don't fit anymore, and like I don't even like anymore, and yeah, I just sort of hang on to them. So
sentimental value.
Like, yeah, not in sentimental value. Just I'm too lazy to actually throw it out.
While you brought up shoes, because it seems like you're kind of a shoe geek here, but is there like a favorite pair that you own?
Yeah, I just bought a new pair of NMDs. Okay. For the summer, so that's definitely my favorite pair right
Nice. Okay. All right. Okay. So moving on. So question number 4, what is the scariest animal to you? And that could be a bug, insect, reptile, whatever. What's the scariest animal to you?
I'd probably say like a bear of some sorts, like because I do lots of golfing in the summer, and I've seen a bear before, and yeah, no, that thing will rip me apart. So
yeah, if the bear is motivated, I'll be putting my money on the bear any day.
Yeah, no, that's a good call.
So question 5, apples or oranges?
So for eating, oranges. For juice, I would prefer apple juice over orange juice.
Yeah, see, I don't think we've ever had anybody in our history answer like that, but I have to agree that's really good methodology, and I would have to agree with that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And an orange tastes better than an apple, but solely for a juice, I would go apple juice over the classic OJ.
Very, very, very good answer. That's the best answer that we've had to date on the 25 and 25. So respecting the strategy here. See, we're starting to unlock how you're thinking
through these questions. I'm interpreting them in different ways.
So. Well, we're only 1/5 down. We still have 20 questions to go. So number 6, have you ever asked someone for their autograph?
I've never asked someone for an autograph, but I have asked people for a picture.
Okay, so let's roll with that. So out of all those, is there someone that you would say would be like the person that you think of the most when you think of that?
So there's 2 things that come to mind. Last year at GWC, I asked Shane Wright for a picture. So that was pretty cool. And then when I was 12 years old, me and my buddy were golfing in the summer at our golf course, and the group ahead of us consisted of Mark Stahl, Jordan Stahl, Eric Stahl, and his dad. Because they're also from Thunder Bay, Ontario. So we asked them on the tee box, hey, after your round, would you mind taking a picture with us? They said absolutely. So we played out the last hole. They watched us play out the last hole, and then they waited on the 18th green to take a picture with me and my friend. So
that's awesome. If there's like a more quintessential family, it's maybe the Sutters or Gretzky's, right? but the Stahls have 3 very successful NHL players. Yeah,
and then
I know
Jared Stahl, who he was also very close. So.
Yeah, because I would say it's the Stahls, the Sutters, and the Stastnys. Yeah. Are the only ones that are 3+.
I believe so, yeah.
Right, which is definitely weird when they're
Bertuzzi, I guess, right? There's Tyler, Todd, and Keg, who's a prospect still.
Yeah, I don't know if you can qualify him into that group just yet.
Yeah.
Right, I'd say like in the next year or 2, I guess you could.
Yeah. Well, the Hughes now. The Hughes, Quinn, Jack, and Luke.
Yeah,
Luke's
Hughes too.
Yeah. Now, so.
Yeah, that's true. So I was gonna say you had like the 3 S's at the beginning now, and now you just shot that all to shit.
Yeah.
Bringing in Hughes and then what about soon? I guess you could say almost the Kachucks, right?
Yep.
Right. So you got 3 Kachucks. See hockey minds. We're figuring out.
Yeah. No, they're rolling off the top.
Yeah, that's right. They're just coming right now. So that's good. Okay. So you've never asked someone for their autograph?
No, I haven't.
Wow. If there was one person that you would ask for their auto, who would that be though?
Probably go like in the hockey space, probably someone off the Bruins like Bergeron or Pasternak. If you ever bumped into someone like Matthews, McDavid, McKinnon, any of those,
right?
All-Stars, Crosby, any of those guys, I'd probably ask for an autograph.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good call. So question 7. All right. So now we're gonna get a little deep here. Okay. So question 7. What do you think happens to us when we die?
I believe in God and Jesus and all that. So I do believe you go to heaven, and you sort of those who have passed before you, and you sort of get to re-meet with all of them, and the however you want to word it, endless life sort of type of deal. So I believe in that.
No, that's beautiful, and once again, just getting to know you a lot more here, Justin. But very nice. And so question number 8. So now we'll dial it back here. So question number 8. What is your favorite number? I think we all know it, but we'll understand here a little bit better. What's your favorite number?
I actually don't think you know it, because my favorite number is 17.
Okay.
Number 17. I wore that number most frequently when I played hockey. It was 17 or number 9. The 84 in Regs 84 was actually just a randomly picked number that was generated on a gamer tag, and it sort of stuck. So it definitely has value to me now, saying that's been sort of my name and reputation, in the gaming space, Regs 84. But no. Like if I'm going to a roulette table, I'm putting my money on 17.
So is there a reason behind 17 though?
No, it's sort of just a number that was available. I kind of liked how it looked and just stuck with it and continue to choose that number.
So there's not, because I'm trying to think of like famous hockey players in 17.
Not a lot of 17s.
No, that's definitely a weird one. And what was the backup number? So 17 and then 9. Yeah, see 9, I obviously understand, but yeah, 17's a weird one. All right, that's definitely a strange one. I don't think I've ever come across that, at least from like a hockey hockey individual. So it's not like, and it's not even like a goalie number. That's like defenseman numbers are usually lower. That's almost like a European number. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think of 17s in my head. There's Lucic.
Yeah, Milan, yeah.
Geez.
Wow, yeah, I know. I can't.
17.
Yeah, I'm racking.
Josh Anderson.
Yeah, I think you're stretching.
Not really any superstars here.
You're stretching right now. Okay, so and I think we understand this one, but question 9. So favorite team from any sport?
The Boston Bruins are my favorite team from any sport. Dad grew up a lifelong Bruins fan. I was just grown into it, and have never wavered ever since.
So we have to blame your dad for this terrible upbringing.
Yeah. If you're a Toronto fan, he's the one that steered me wrong from your perspective, but from mine, no, there's no other team I would rather cheer for.
Damn you, Papa Regs. Okay, so going into question 10 here. Favorite smell?
Good question. I don't know. I got some nice colognes that I sort of like the smells of. If I like the smell, I'm hoping it other people like the smell too.
Right.
Don't want to be smelly around them. But yeah, no, I'd say probably one of my colognes.
So what's the favorite cologne then?
It's a Calvin Klein. I think it's called Eternity.
Okay.
Is the specific name that that's the one I most often wear. So try to go that for like a favorite smell, favorite scent.
Okay. All right. You took that one very literal. I was expecting like you to say like apple pie or
okay.
Like walking into like an NHL arena, something weird, right? But
that new car smell.
Yeah, the new car smell for sure. Or like getting like your laundry out of the dryer. Can't go wrong on that one. But either way, now we all know your favorite cologne, and we should be getting a sponsorship from Calvin Klein.
Really?
So question 11, what is your dream vehicle?
Dream vehicle. I've never been a big car guy. I've always in my head that I rather own like a big fancy house, as opposed to like a fancy car. But I'd probably go with like a Range Rover, like a fully matte black Range Rover. I think that'd be pretty cool. I want to be a dad one day, want to have a family, and I think a Range Rover serves that purpose perfectly.
Yep.
That combination between being a family vehicle while still luxurious. I go like a fully blacked out Range Rover.
So we're not going to see in like a Dodge Grand Caravan, is what you're saying?
No, maybe a Chevrolet of some sort though.
There we go. That's right. Yeah, even Chevrolet right here on the jersey. Yeah. No, very very good call. Love the Range Rovers too. So yeah, good call. Okay, so question 12. We're almost halfway here. So what's a destination that you absolutely need to visit?
I think Greece would be a pretty cool spot to go, like the Mykonos.
Right.
Like sort of. Maybe get to stay a week or two in one of those villas that, with you have your own like pool and stuff in there, and it overlooks the city and all, the sort of, so where I'm looking for, just like how it looks, like the views, from pictures I've seen is just absolutely incredible. So, I'd say Greece, Mykonos would be an incredible place to get to visit too once.
Is there any like heritage there, like bloodlines or anything like from your mom or your dad's side that draw you there?
No, I just think the views there are just absolutely breathtaking, and it's just a beautiful country and place that would be very, very, very cool to get to visit. Okay.
So question 13. So we're past the halfway mark right now. So what is your biggest fear in life?
I'd probably say disappointing others. I've always tried to be a people pleaser and make other people happy around me. I don't ever want to do anyone wrong. So I'd say disappointing others or hurting other people. Never be intentional, but still, like it happens. We're human. So I'd say it's disappointing others.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Very, very, very strong answer there. Moving on to question 14. So kind of an interesting one. Really, really curious to get your answer on this one. So do you believe in ghosts and or aliens?
Ghosts? I'd say no. However, I do think with how big the universe is, I won't necessarily say aliens, but I definitely think there's other life forms somewhere in this universe. So I'll classify aliens into that, into my thinking. So I do think there's some form of other life outside of Earth.
Yeah, and I don't mean that to be alien, like, small green people or whatever, you know what I mean? Like just something foreign and alien to
I definitely think there's something else out there that we haven't discovered yet.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Good to know. Question 15, dogs or cats?
Okay, I'm gonna get flack for this answer, but neither.
All right, so you gotta explain.
Yeah, no, I'm allergic to both. And my girlfriend has a cat and dog, and anytime I go visit her house, I come home for the next 2-3 days just in absolute suffering with my allergies, my eyes watering, my nose being all stuffed up. My family's never owned a dog or cat before, so I would say neither.
Wow, and and she loves them so much that she's not going to give them up for the relationship?
No, we've had that conversation.
Wow.
I told her it might come down to it's either the dog and cat or me.
So, all right, so if you had to choose though, is there a favorite out of the two?
I'd say a dog. If I had to choose, I would choose a dog over a cat.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
But right now, neither.
Yeah, no. If I got my way, it would be neither.
All right. All right. Good to know. Okay. So question 16, what is the most used app on your phone?
The most used app on my phone would be Poker Stars. I play lots of poker. Me and my friends will hop into calls and just play together. And then just when I'm passing time, I enjoy playing. I like to think I'm pretty good at it. So yeah, no, that definitely as of late, that's been the app I've spent most of my time on.
Have you ever won a large tournament from that, or?
I'm up money in my time playing. I've never won a tournament. I came second in a couple of them. I came second in a $50 entry tournament that won me $375 for second place. Which was a good little bit of profit. So, yeah.
Is that the highest amount that you've won in poker?
From a tournament, yeah. Cash games I've won up to $600 in one sitting. So
nice. Okay, yeah, poker. Yeah, I love poker too. So that's awesome. We're definitely gonna have to invite you into a game here. So we'll have to get on that soon. So question 17. So this is an interesting one, and I think I would preface it by saying you need to maybe think about it for a second before you truly answer it. So question 17 is, you get one song to listen for the rest of your life. Name that song.
I definitely don't want. Yeah, no, that's tough because
super tough.
You're gonna go through different moods, and there's sort of songs you listen to for different moods. I'm gonna go with a country song of some sort. What that country song is, I don't know yet.
The people want to know, Justin.
I'm gonna go with Morgan Wallen and Last Drive Down Main as the song I would listen to for the rest of my life. Last
Drive Down Main by Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So he didn't he just put out a new album?
Yeah. It's part of his new album. So.
And isn't there 10 number one hits on it or something like that?
I know. It's the biggest album in America right now. I'm not too sure about Canada, but the numbers on it are insane, especially for country music, because country music genre has always been smaller than pop and rap and hip hop. So yeah.
Okay, so country is definitely the genre of choice.
Yeah, country is 100% the genre.
Okay. Do we also have to blame Papa Regs for that too, or?
No, that's all me.
All right.
That's all me.
If
anything, that's Mama Regs.
Okay.
So.
All right. Okay, so staying with kind of the same theme, what is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie of all time is so I have two. The first one is just a movie that you really don't have to think about, and you just sit there and watch, is Happy Gilmore, Adam Sandler.
Right.
And The other movie, which I would say is my all-time favorite movie, is Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio. You sort of have to really pay attention to that movie to get the full understanding and appreciate it. While as Happy Gilmore it's your average Adam Sandler movie. You could sit there, you don't really have to pay attention, but you'll still enjoy it. So yeah, those are my two favorite movies for different reasons.
And those are two opposite ends of the spectrum too.
I got.
You got Christopher Nolan, which just blows your mind, and then you got Adam Sandler, who's gonna talk in a funny voice and say stupid stuff. Whoop-a-doo! Exactly. Yeah.
So you just gotta tap it in. Yeah. A little tap.
All right. Well, either way, great. Both of them are great movies. If you had to choose one of the two, which one?
I would choose Inception.
Okay.
Definitely just a cinematic experience, we'll say.
Okay. Okay, so interesting question here. So we're gonna try to sync up here. What number am I thinking of right now?
Do I get a range of numbers?
Nope.
I'm gonna say 34.
Wrong. Okay, next question. Next question. What would be your last meal? So I always think about this as if you're on like death row and like you're dying tomorrow, capital punishment, whatever. That's kind of how I think about it. Okay. So like, what is your last meal? Like, you get to choose a drink if you want dessert, if you want to have 17 things. Like, what is the last meal you are ever going to eat?
Definitely have French fries in there, pizza, chicken parmesan, a burger, a milkshake, barbecue chips.
What brand of barbecue chips?
Ruffles.
Okay.
Ruffles barbecue, a Hershey's plain chocolate bar, a Coors Light, a 7-Up, and and I'd also include like a rum and Coke.
Okay. Is there like a specific rum?
Bacardi White.
Okay. And then same with the... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Bacardi White rum.
Okay. And then what about the pizza? Is that like a chain pizza, or is that a homemade pizza, or is that...
So the best pizza I've ever had is definitely in New York. I forget the place. But when I was in New York doing something with the Isles, we went to this pizza spot that Portnoy gave like a really high score to, and tried it. And it was just absolutely incredible. So that's the best pizza I've had in my life. So pizza from there, and chicken probably. I got just like fast food chicken, like KFC or something. Like, can't go wrong with that. Fries, like McDonald's fries. But yeah, no. Burger, I'd go with a Shake Shack burger, Shake Shack shake. Probably chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A too. We could add to that list of stuff now that I'm still thinking about it.
Right, yeah. If you're gonna fucking burst.
Yeah. Hey, if I'm gone the next day though,
you got to do it.
I'm not gonna feel those after effects of eating all that. All that food.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about LBs. Don't worry about it.
No.
Don't worry about it. Just enjoy it. But that's a hell of a meal.
I gotta treat myself, right?
Yeah. Yeah, go for it, man. Okay, that's a really good answer. Okay, and then so question 21. So we're getting into the last 5 questions. So what's something that no one knows about you at all?
Well, like, I'm a pretty open person, so people know this in the NHL scene, but not everyone does. So, when I was born, I had a birth defect where I couldn't generate muscle on the right side of my body. And so, the right side of my body just didn't really fully develop. So my one hand is actually quite smaller than the other. I've had this conversation with like other players, like whether or not it actually aids me in playing. Like, right. I don't know. You can make the argument that, yeah, it's like tougher to reach the trigger and the bumper and stuff, but you can also make the counter argument where the NHL video games just lots of like thumb movements, thumbsticks, and I'm very nimble on the sticks because my hand is so small. That's a fun fact about me.
I would think, because I know you've like played NHL GWC and just in general on Xbox as well, and they obviously have you know, the analog sticks, that's one, you know, the left is upper, and and I just noticed that it's your right hand. So that would be difficult. If it was inverse.
Oh, if it was inverse, it would be much more difficult. Yeah, but you know, I don't really have a preference between the Xbox and PlayStation controllers.
Right.
You may think so, but my favorite controller ever was the PS4 controller because of how small it was. Yeah,
so, I did too, and I like the old 360 controllers too.
I hated that controller.
Oh, really? Because they were smaller.
The old 360 controllers I hated.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
But see, but I do agree with you on the PS4 controllers.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because obviously you're a much younger guy. Have you ever had a PS2 in your hand?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So what about those? Because those are even smaller.
Yeah, but I was so young, I couldn't really, you know, I wasn't really thinking of that. Like, I couldn't appreciate that. I'd have to, like, you know, play on a PS2 for a while and see, like, whether or not I like the controller. But yeah, no, I'd make the argument that's similar to, like, the PS4, PS3. So.
Yeah, because those were like god tier controllers back in the day.
Yeah.
So now they're like incredibly bulky now.
Simple and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's super interesting, and thank you very much for sharing.
Yeah.
So once again, another strategic thinking one here. So question 22. Describe the rest of your life in only 5 words.
Happiness, joy, family, adventure, excitement would be the 5 words I would use.
I'm surprised you burned the second one on joy when joy is so close to happiness.
Yeah, but yeah.
You're almost burning the word right there, Justin.
I burned the word.
Heaven forbid someone comes along, gives you 5 wishes, and you'd be like, 2 wishes are pretty much the same.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna ask for a Coke and then a Pepsi or something.
That's right. Okay, no, but that's good, and it's surprising because our guests have either chosen to use those 5 words as a sentence or 5 individual words.
I chose 5. I sort of chose 5 words for like emotions or feelings that I'm wishing to feel for the rest of my life. Like I want to have excitement, happiness, adventure in my life going forward. So that was sort of my interpretation and sort of how I perceived the question.
Yep. Okay. No, awesome. So 23. So question 23, favorite superhero ability.
I think it would be pretty cool to be invisible. Because if you're invisible, you can do whatever you want, right? So it's like you want to go see a hockey game, you don't got to pay for a ticket. You just walk right in there, right?
Right. So we've had 2 other guests that have answered invisibility too. And I take it one step further, because when you think of abilities, just as much as if you were to pick like the hero or the icon, there's either good ones or bad ones. Right. And I think that more people commonly associate invisibility with being bad.
Yeah, no, it could be good or bad though.
Right. No, right. But you could say the same thing about Superman and, like, you know, flying. Like, you could fly and do like you know, X-ray vision or use. Yeah. So you can always use any ability for good or bad. But I think people have a connotation with invisibility being with bad, like anti-heroes or superheroes.
Right, because of how much you could get away with
100%
invisibility, but there's also good you could do with
100%
invisibility, right?
Yeah. So and the reason I'll let you off the hook, because like you already had like an example right off the bat. You're like, I would go into an NHL arena just so I could watch a game.
Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals, tickets are sold out, or 15,000 a ticket. You know, I'm glass-eyed. Yeah. So I'm chilling.
Right. All right. No, it's very cool. But and once again, it's just understanding the psyche of Mr. Regs here. So, okay. So we have two questions left. So we got an easy one and a hard one. So question 24: are you a back, side, or stomach sleeper?
I'm a stomach sleeper.
Yeah.
Just stomach sleeper. Like hands by my side, just like face to the side, and I'm just out. You know?
Yeah,
no, definitely heavy stomach sleeper. I can't sleep on my back at all. Sometimes I'll fall asleep on my side, but 90% of the time it's on my stomach.
Yeah, it was one of those questions that I was like, you know what, it's so divisive with this? Because like some people just go like up in arms about like this specific, like, and no one really asked this question like in a tier list, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's so many unique responses. Like, you know, I was like, I got to put this into my list. So, and you don't get too many.
I do think sleeping on my stomach though is like terrible for my posture and my back. Like it's taking years off my physical life and ability sleeping on my stomach, but
but you get joy out of it. You get one of your
absolutely.
You get one of your five words out of it.
And I'm gonna have that adventure going forward in my life with the back problem. So
that's right. You'll be using a walker or a cane.
Yeah.
So okay, so question 25. So we're at the end of the gauntlet here.
All right.
And so we've got an interesting question to wrap it all up. So if you could hang out with 3 people for the entire day, and they could be dead or alive or animated or cartoon, whatever, you know, who would those 3 people be?
I'd say Warren Buffett.
Okay.
Just to get his understanding and his perspective on stocks and stuff. You know, I see that as maybe an opportunity to allow myself to make some money going forward, and you know, sort of get into his thought process of things and stuff. I think would be very cool. So yeah, that's like on the serious side. I'd probably then choose. I think choosing someone like Scump or Nate Shot. I'll choose Scump because I can only choose one. You know, that gaming perspective, that content creation perspective. You know, both him and Nate Shot was the reason why I got into competitive gaming. Just watching them during the Black Ops 2 days, when I started paying attention to esports and stuff. So yeah, I think that would be really cool. And then I'd probably choose someone from the sports scene, either a hockey player or a golfer. So I'd probably choose. I think choosing like probably. Jesus, it's tough. Probably, I think it'd be cool to like hang out with like Tiger Woods or something. Like I think that would be pretty cool. So yeah, those are my 3 different sort of, you know, three of my interests and hobbies sort of just put together.
Yeah, so Warren Buffett and then Seth Abner and Scump as he goes by, and then obviously Tiger Woods. Yeah, those are 3 great responses. And for those that don't know, it's because you're also right now you're in university, and I think you're in your 4th year. Is that right?
I got one more exam, then I'm graduated.
Then done, and that's in the financial side.
Yeah, HP Com student with a major in accounting. So yeah, no, that business side of things. So
your boy is wicked smart.
Yeah, I like to think so. I like to think so, but.
All right, so Justin, you just completed the 25 in 25, and so thank you very much for doing that. And so out of the 20, so I got to ask now, just this, you know, just decompressing for all the questions. Is there, out of those 25 questions, which one do you think was kind of like the most interesting, or which one did you like the most out of those 25?
I like the one where it's like 5 words to describe your life going forward. Or because you sort of you know, you take a second to sort of think about the things that you want in your life going forward and the things you want to work towards and make sure you have. So yeah, it was cool to just sort of decompress for a second, like think about like how I see my life going forward and those things that I want. So that now I could, you know, work towards those things.
Awesome. Well, our community knows you better, your community knows you better, and people that are just coming by and learning more about, you know, people within esports and gaming, and checking out our segment here, obviously get to know you a lot better now. So now that they know you better, where can people find you here?
Yeah. So yeah, you find me on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Regs84. Twitter, Regs@Regs_84. Instagram, Justin_Reguly. Those are really the 3 best places you can find me. But yeah, no, thank you so much for having me. This was a lot of fun. I hope, you know, if you already know me already, I hope you know me a little bit better now. And, you know, if you're just meeting me now, that's just a little bit about me.
And bonus question here for the hockey community: who's winning the Stanley Cup this year?
Boston Bruins in 6 games over the Edmonton Oilers.
All right, get the fuck out of this podcast right now. All right, you're out of here. Hate Boston. All right, thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
All right, cheers, buddy.
Cheers.